Top TV, Truth of the People.
Well, a very good afternoon, my dear viewer, wherever you are. It never gets any better than the political fireworks at Top TV Kenya. My name is Daniel Sirengo, and the program at the moment is Hasa za Siasa. Well, today on the set, we have a young political aspirant by the name Dennis Leyan Siole, and he is going to expound to us more about what he feels is the blueprint going forward to address the issues of the people of Kajiado North. Well, join me as we take you through this interview. Welcome on set, Bwana Dennis.
Asante sana.
Well, first things first.
Yes.
It is politics.
Yes.
So, would you kindly give us a brief background of when you joined politics and how you joined politics?
Okay.
Yes.
So first of all, to those who do not know me, my name is Dennis Leyan Siole, and to answer your question, I've never vied for any political seat in terms of the Kenyan political space. Mm-hmm. So this is my first time vying for such a position. Mm-hmm. So in terms of vying, this is my first time. Mm-hmm. But in terms of taking part in, talking to the youth to take their votes and things like that, I've been involved since before 2013. Mm-hmm. Before 2013. So I used to engage people we used to talk about politics and, tell people these are the right people we should vote for. Mm-hmm. So that's how I started politics.
So literally what you're trying to say is that you are just a concerned citizen.
Yes.
In terms of leadership and governance.
Yes.
And it's a high time you now feel you can toss yourself into the political world.
Yes.
Like to vie for an elective seat.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, having said and done, now I want to believe there's something that inspires you to now make that bold decision to join politics, per se. So what is this inspiration that drives you to join politics?
First of all, I love my country, Kenya. There's no other home. Secondly, I love my constituency, Kajiado North constituency. And I never like to be the one who is always complaining, why is this not going like this, why are we not doing this? So I want to be part of the solution to our problems. So that is why I gave myself and decided let me run and vie for this position so that I can serve my people. I know there are many avenues for serving people. Wananchi, you can start a community-based organization and whatnot. But you see, politics is a very politics affects everything. Politics affects the price of fuel. Parliament. It affects the health status of our health facilities, education. So that is why I chose to go the political route and give myself to politics.
So, like what you're saying, politics at the moment is a mother of all.
Yes.
In terms of service delivery everything, to the general citizenry of a country.
Politics even determines the price of bread.
Very true.
So that is why I decided let me serve my people through politics.
Instead of complaining,
yes,
you want to be a part
of the
solution.
Yeah.
That's good of you.
Yeah.
Well, having said and done, it's politics, and generally we want to believe there is, from the inspiration that you do have, from the motivation, the motivation that drives you forward, being a part of the solution.
Yes.
And not being being on the complaining side now and then. So I want to believe there is a blueprint that you do have personally as a young aspiring politician, that we might term it as a manifesto, but I want to call it a blueprint. Would you give some limelight on what your blueprint entails? Yes.
First of all, before even I say what I'm going to do and what not, Mm-hmm. I think the first thing a serious candidate should do is do their work. the work that is given by the Constitution.
Do the work
If
given by
my
the
work is
Constitution.
legislation and oversight, that one I should do, no doubt about it. So I shouldn't even start saying that I'm going to do this and that. But first of all, do the work that you're required to do. But my main focus,
Yes.
and there's a reason why my main focus is there. I want to mainly focus on the youth. Now, this is the reason why I want to focus on the youth. When you solve issues or problems regarding the youth, you've solved almost everything that concerns the society.
Wow.
When you focus on the youth, when when you give them jobs, mambo ya jobs insecurity imeisha. When you focus on the youth, if the youth are empowered, there is less insecurity. We are more secure. If we focus on the youth, our economy is better. So that is my agenda. I'm not saying that I'm going to, kama wewe ni mzee, I'm not going to neglect them.
Okay.
But I'm saying where I'm going to heavily invest my time and energy is concerning issues regarding the youth. And you see, when you sort the youth out, you're sorting even the parents out.
True.
Because the youth are looking for the parents are the ones who help them to get opportunities and things like that. So you see, when you have an independent youth, this youth is the same person who is going to look after the parents. So that is why my main focus is on the youth. That's my main blueprint.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you have talked about focusing mainly to empower the youth as the genesis of trying to find a solution on the broader perspective.
Yeah.
And this reminds me of something. As throughout the journey of getting to the ground, I came to learn that Kajiado North is a constituency, is a metropolitan constituency. And to add on that, there is a number of informal settlements in Kajiado North constituency. Let's take Ongata Rongai as an example. This is a heavily populated area. And you look at the youth being as the main, taking the largest portion of the population.
Yes.
Now, the greatest challenge that these youth in Ongata Rongai are facing, and I want to believe it's just a replica of some other informal settlements and even town setups within Kajiado North constituency. We have this issue of drug abuse and addiction. That is amongst the youth. What will you do, given the opportunity, to tackle this issue, the menace of drug abuse and addiction amongst the youth, so that they can be empowered? Yes.
Now, you see, when I talked to you earlier,
Yes.
I mentioned when you sort out the youth, you're going to deal with a lot of problems in the society. So, like I said somewhere else, that an idle mind is a devil's workshop.
Yes.
That's number one. I want to increase opportunities for the youth. I know every time people talk about jobs,
Yes.
but we are moving towards a new direction. We're going to bring opportunities in terms of digital opportunities. These days, you don't have to work in an office.
There's more space digitally than physically.
Yes.
All right.
And we have programs like Ajira, and people do not know about them, about that opportunity. So if we have such opportunities where the youth can be engaged, where they can work even from home, that person won't have time to go and stay somewhere and keep drinking or abusing drugs. Another thing is sports.
Yes.
Sports requires discipline.
Yes.
And we need to heavily uplift the sports of Kajiado North constituency. When the youth are engaged in sports, sports is not just for playing.
True.
It's also a job opportunity. That's another economy on its own. So if we do well in sports, we empower our football teams, because I know here football teams are structured.
Yes.
So if we help these people in terms of maybe sharing opportunities with them. Maybe you know, when you're an MP, you have a very large network.
Yes.
You have access to very big companies, things like that. So you come and tell them, let's partner with these people. They'll play, and then as they play, they're going to market your brand.
Definitely.
You see, now as they get such kind of sponsorship ama nini, they're going to be okay. And mambo ya drugs hautasikia tena, kwa sababu you see these sports people, they're not required to take alcohol and things like that. So if we give the youth something to engage in, I'm telling you, mambo ya drugs na alcohol itakuwa imeisha, because I know, yes, we people raid dens, munamwaga changa na nini, munaenda na chief, but the following day it's there. So I believe in something called root cause analysis. Why is this person going to take unajua kumi ama nini? And then another thing, mental health.
Mental health.
We hardly talk about mental health.
But it's very, very key.
That is something I'm going to make sure that the youth have a space to engage in something, you know, to issues regarding mental health. Because you can find, yes, someone has a job, yes, someone is active in sports, but
there's so much.
But there's so much pressure, things like that, that their mental health is not okay. So the only way to cope is through engaging in drug abuse. So mental health is something that I'm also going to take very seriously.
Wow, that's in its own, in your own words, in itself is a very, very good plan that you do have for the people of Kajiado North constituency. Now, going forward, it is matters politics. And constitutionally in Kenya, you either can be verified by the IEBC to vie using a political party or as an independent candidate. And we are at a given time where the political party euphoria is a matter to consider. People are aligning in terms of coalitions, in terms of the masculine, more muscular political parties. So maybe just to pose a question to you, what is do you have a political vehicle that you intend to board as you pursue through the journey of seeking the seat of member of parliament for Kajiado North constituency, or you do have another option
of vying independently?
Definitely.
One thing for sure is I'm not going to vie independently. I will have a party.
All right.
Although I will not talk about the party right now, because right now I'm mainly focused on selling my agenda. People to know me as Dennis Leyan instead of knowing me as Dennis Leyan or ile chama. Because you know there are some people who are running to some of these big seats.
I like your
because
wisdom.
They want to be carried by that
the bigger party.
Exactly. So I want people to know me as a person first, and then you know, now if you know me as a person, even if I go to a certain party, people will know who I really am.
So literally what you're saying, you want to concentrate on selling your ideology.
Yes. Before I sell my party.
Before you sell your party.
I don't know if that is a noise, but that is my strategy. Right. Kama nimekosea your strategy, someone will correct me, but that is my main focus, because sometimes we get carried away in this politics. Party politics. True. That we forget about. We forget to address the issues
on the ground.
Yes.
As they are.
So right now it's between me and the voters. Let us engage one another, and then afterwards I'm going to tell you which party that I'm going to vie. Wow. But I'm sure by January. By January, I'll have announced.
Certainly.
Yes.
You will have announced.
I will have announced.
We'll be glad to hear that.
Yes, but I'm not going independent.
We'll be glad to hear that.
Yes.
Now, look, by the look of things, your physical appearance really speaks a lot. I look at you, I look at a young, enthusiastic politician. And I want to believe there are challenges on the ground. Since you pursued politics, I want to believe there are hitches here and there. So what are some of these challenges And what are some of these challenges that you have been facing as a young politician in the race?
Yes, you're right. I am young,
Mhm.
but maybe I'm old to someone else. You know, that's
We can't
that's
write off that.
subjective.
We cannot
But
write off
yes,
the
I
fact
am.
that
I think so far, if I'm not wrong, so far I'm the youngest
you're the youngest.
aspirant for the MP seat here in Kajiado North.
Wow.
And
Congratulations for that.
yes, I'm not afraid to mention my age. I'll be 28.
28.
When we are casting the
So
ballot,
28
I'll
is
be
the number of
28.
years
Yes,
for these enthusiastic politicians.
28 years.
It never gets any better than that.
Yes. And I know there are people who have told me this seat is too big. Anza na kiti ya MCA. But see, the constitution allows me to vie. With my age, I can vie for such a seat.
Yes.
And I want to use this opportunity to even inspire that young person who is there, who wants to take part, not even just in politics, but in anything. I want to tell them that you should not be limited by your age. If legal wise, I don't know if that's the right word, but if legally speaking, you have that age, I'm telling you, don't be scared about money, ama what you have. You do what you want to do. And I don't know how the elections are going to be next time, but at least if there's something I want to inspire the young people through my candidature, is I want to show them you're never too young.
You're never too young.
You're never too young to engage in things that
in
affect
anything that
you.
you feel it's gonna
Things
change.
that also affect you.
True.
So yes, so I hope people are going to be encouraged. Never be told that these things are too big for you.
Wow.
In fact, there is one, I won't mention his name, but there was a young person who was a party, I think he was the chairman of a very big party here in Kenya.
Wow.
And that was the ruling party. And this guy was around my age when he went to parliament. And I know you know the person. And he did a lot of things in parliament. I won't mention. So msiniambie niko too young for this seat, but ni kujiamini tu.
So the challenges you face.
Oh, challenges.
Basically.
So challenges is some people will put, throw you off and say you're too young. We won't even listen to you. And then sometimes from some of these older competitors, they, when you're in a function, you're not even given, chance to speak. But we're not going to. That's something that won't stop us from keeping on. And then actually, Neo too. I don't think there are a lot of challenges. Yeah.
See, some might also talk about the financial challenges in terms of maybe in comparison between the younger politicians and the older ones.
Yes,
Does it also affect you?
I can say because I have friends.
Because as a matter of fact, politics also need to be financed.
Yes.
Yes. We cannot run away from that reality.
Yes. That is something that is a challenge you're facing, because we've not had that long time of that long experience, to have that kind of financial muscle. But I won't say, because I have friends who are also vying for various seats in the same area, and I realize that's something that's putting them down. True. Financial muscle. But we talked, and we said, even if we'll only have 5 bob and just talk to people, we're going to soldier on.
As long as you have the audience to address.
As long as even if I get 2 people and talk to them, we are going to talk to them.
It makes change.
Tumejitolea, ni kujituma.
Wow. That's so amazing of you, Bwana Dennis. You really remind me of a revolution. That was the Napoleon Bonaparte revolution, when he was being dethroned from being the king of the French kingdom. Yeah. It's a good thing. Yeah. Fresh blood into the system, and we hope things will really go up as per your expectations.
I hope so too.
Now, using this camera, Bwana Dennis, I want to allow you to part shot the residents as well as the voters in
Yeah.
Kajiado North constituency.
Yeah.
Just give them a parting shot.
So first of all, I want to urge people of Kajiado North, kindly, if you do not have a vote, kindly go and register to be a voter. And it is important because we are not going to solve anything when we don't vote. If you want the current regime to remain as it is, then take a vote to defend that regime. If you want this regime to be voted out, then take a vote to vote it out. So I'm going to really urge you, constituents of Kajiado North, kindly go and register as a voter. The mass registration is over, but if you still want to go and register, you can go to the IEBC constituency office or talk to your chief to direct you to where you're going to register. Number two, we are going to a campaign season, and I would urge the residents of Kajiado North, we have a track record of peace here in Kajiado North, and I hope that we are going to maintain peace even come 2022. So let us tolerate one another. Let us coexist as brothers and sisters. We may be supporting different people, but please let us tolerate each other and support each other. Also to my competitors, I would also urge them to be ambassadors of peace. Let us not incite our partners or our supporters to be violent towards other people just because someone does not support you.
True.
So as aspirants, I'm urging my brothers, or if there's a sister, kindly let us be ambassadors of peace as we campaign. And finally, I would like to humbly ask for your votes, constituents of Kajiado North. I'm kindly asking you to vote for me, Dennis Leon Siole, and I do not want you to vote for me just because I am young. Vote for me because you believe that I have the capacity to work for you. Asante sana.
Well, thank you so much. We wish you all the best.
Asante.
Now that you have chosen to follow the league of the Waheshimiwas, allow me to call you Mheshimiwa Dennis. We wish you all the best in
Asante.
your forthcoming journey politically. Hopefully, we hope that when we meet next time, we will be smiling all the way to the national chambers.
Amen.
That has been Hasa za Siasa, and my name is Daniel Sirengo. This is Top TV. Enjoy your day.